After World War II, Germany was divided into 4 zones of occupation. Berlin, the capital, was also divided into 4. It happened to be that Germany was divided in half as well. The West was democratic and controlled by the Allies, while the East was communistic and controlled by the USSR.
Berlin, however, was in the eastern half of Germany. In June 1948, the Soviet Union attempted to control all of Berlin by blocking off the roads leading to West Berlin, cutting off access for the Allies. This was called the Berlin Blockade, during which the residents of the city were unable to get basic amenities.
Because of this, the Allies reacted with aerial assistance, bringing food and other supplies to Berlin in what was called the Berlin Airlift. Among the dropped supplies were flour, wheat, coal, medicine, and potatoes. Because of limited supplies, the Allies were only able to give Berliners the basics, no luxuries.
One of the simple joys in life for the children of Berlin was watching the airplanes land and unload near Tempelhof Airport. One of the pilots of the Berlin Airlift, an American named Gail S. Halverson, noticed some starving German children on the other side of the fence one day. Feeling charitable, he decided to give them 2 pieces of gum.
Halverson thought the children would fight over the gum, but they decided to divide it so that each kid could enjoy the experience. The kids who didn't get any gum got pieces of the wrapper instead, so that they could at least enjoy the smell.
This event was only the beginning, as it inspired Halverson to spread even more joy to the children of Berlin through gum and candy. He promised the children that he would come back with more sweets. To let them know which plane was his, he wiggled the wings of the plane before landing.
When Halverson went back to his quarters in Rhine-Main, Germany, he asked his comrades to give him their rations of gum and candy. He then shared the sweets with the children by dropping them out of his airplane on parachutes made out of handkerchiefs. These candy bombs soon gave Halverson one of his nicknames, the Candy Bomber.
The children who were receiving the candy in West Berlin also nicknamed Halverson Uncle Wiggly Wings, or the Chocolate Flyer. Halverson decided to drop the candy on a more regular basis and called the project Operation Little Vittles. Before Halverson was about to leave for a transport mission, he did his best to buy out all the local candy to give to the children.
After hearing about his cause, support came from many people back home. For example, the American Confectioners Association asked how many sweets Halverson wanted, and they quickly donated the amount to Westover Air Force Base. Also, in Chicopee, Massachusetts, 22 schools created a Little Vittles headquarters out of an old fire station.
Many other pilots of the Berlin Airlift found out about the cause and wanted to help. When the candy barn became more popular, people started to send Halverson letters to the Air Force Base to ask him to drop candy at specific locations. Newspapers in the area started to cover the story of the candy bomber, and even more people wanted to help.
Unfortunately, the publicity also brought Halverson's operation to his commander's attention. When confronted the first time, Halverson simply stated that he was flying, sir. However, he could no longer deny the accusations when his commander had a picture from the newspaper as evidence. The picture clearly showed Halverson's plane with handkerchief parachutes floating behind it.
Halverson was now facing the threat of being court-martialed. His commander, General Tunner, then decided not to court-martial him because he thought what Halverson was doing was the perfect thing for the operation.
Throughout the years after the Candy Bomber, many people still remember what Halverson did. In 1948, Halverson received the Cheney Award for his selfless humanitarian acts. This award is only given to airmen who perform an act of valor, extreme fortitude, or self-sacrifice in a humanitarian interest.
Halverson told school children during an elementary school assembly that it's called service before self. Look at me, I've had a lot of great things happen and met a lot of people, but really, it's all about 2 sticks of gum.